Hi. Oftentimes I'm asked, was this a family business? How did performance start? And it does feel like a family business. I've had employees who've been with me for 11, 17, 30 years, long time. But it really started out as a kind of a passion for woodworking. I was going to school for business and biology of all things, but I was working as a carpenter building the modular units at Boston College. And everything that I did just always led me into woodworking. And then I started meeting some really interesting characters who became mentors for me. George Nakashima, father of modern cabinetry, was not famous at all at the time. George Bruntrager, one of the best German apprentice cabinet makers ever, was just known in a small circle. And I would work under these guys and learn way more than what I ever thought. And Warren Rubin from the Workbench showed me how to market and come up with creative Danish designs. We've actually glass cabinet fronts now as a result of that. And Tommy Speranza, an excellent finisher, showed me the value of having very thin, expandable finishes that were highly repairable so that they would last the life of the kitchen. And then, of course, Wolfgang Rapp, a descendant of Frank Lloyd Wright, was really instrumental in the transitional style of taking a kitchen that could fit both a traditional and modern house. So between those five mentors, I really started forming what a performance kitchen was. Of course, the name performance wasn't even part of the business at that time. My last name is Forman, and as we became known more and more, I couldn't talk to everyone all the time. So I wanted to leave Forman in the name, so performance had Forman in there and became the name, in as much as I was a stickler for making sure that the kitchen performed as well as it looked. In other words, kitchens are not, in our eyes, a decorating exercise. It's a way of correcting many of the mistakes of houses that were designed by men, either architects or builders, who just never cooked, don't think about the relevance of the kitchen, its placement, door and window location, a lot of things that they just never thought about at the time. And I get the best kitchen that adds value to the home and withstands the test of time. Also, being an apprentice cabinet maker myself, I've learned that even though Pennsylvania and South Carolina are the cabinet capitals of the United States, none of them provided the finish that would give you the endurance to last how long a kitchen should cost, especially when you're spending the kind of money it takes to do a proper kitchen. Most finishes are a conversion finish or a catalytic finish, and the finish is not as hard or last as long as it should, and it's reactive both photovoltaically from the sun and from the skin oils of your hands. Even people who've been in the business forever and ever don't really realize this. Even local manufacturers don't realize it because they don't want to realize that you need an oven to cure your finish so that the particulates in the air do not land in the finish, at which point you have to sand it out, break your finish, and reduce its longevity. So there's a lot of little things about a performance kitchen, both in the quality of the cabinetry, the layout of the design, that make it very special. And when you look at a kitchen as an exercise in, this is what I think I want, how much is it? Now all of a sudden the construction part becomes the prime element of of what's going to dictate your decisions. And we believe very strongly that the elements that should help you make your decisions are the architectural design of the kitchen, how it fits with the house, the cabinetry design, how that works and functions within the architectural design, the interior design, which is what most people want to talk about, is your color and similar materials go together, and of course your lighting plan. So if you want attention to detail before you worry about the construction, you'll save yourself inordinate amounts of time in the construction of the project, because all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, the product is there. There's no opportunity for the contractor doing the installation to buy the cabinetry separately and then mark it up and reverse engineer the cost of the kitchen. So you end up getting a better product, better design, and something that will last longer and add more value to your home. These are the reasons we've been around for 50 years. Some people, I would say 8 out of 10, get it and they buy from us. There are a certain percentage of people who just say, I just need a kitchen, this is what I want to do, without exploring for a small fee all the things you could do and then getting comparative prices on doing that. So if you choose the latter, which is the way we do it, it's fine and you're happy. We have tons of testimonials to that. But if you don't, we still take the time to explain what makes us different, because inevitably the 2 out of 10 people who don't get a performance kitchen who come to see us, they become a really good source of referral when they do their kitchen that should have taken 6 weeks to get totally done and it takes 6 months, when they have $20,000 in change orders because the design details and elements and decorative items and lighting plan were not done before they put it out to bid for the installation. Common mistakes. We love when they tell their friends, just listen to them, everything will work out fine. So if you want to take the time to understand our process and what we do that's different, we'd love to take the time to share it with you and to show you. As far as the cabinetry itself, as I said, we're one of the last companies in the country that will do any color, any size, any shape, almost any wood species, and have a conversion or dried finish that doesn't require sanding in the final top coat. So, and a lifetime warranty on all the hinges and drawer slides as well. So the key to a performance kitchen is dealing with the most expensive part of it first, and that is the cabinetry, but making sure that that cabinetry goes into the design, which is compliant with and adds value to the home. I'm kind of rattling on a little bit about this, but it's my baby and it's what we've always done it this way. We're not trendy because our kitchens last 20, 30 years. You will not get that by spending a few $1,000s less or even the same amount as to get a performance kitchen. But we're very organized and we treat every customer as if it was our own job. Thank you very much for listening to my explanation of who we are and what makes a performance kitchen. Have a great day.